What was like the trigger point or the pivot point for you to start asking the question, wait a minute, maybe there are things here that we can't even see that are affecting
Mhm.
the human body? And what were the changes in the human body that you were seeing that you just couldn't correlate to maybe these environmental toxins?
So I've worked for different companies looking at EMFs and basically how they affect the blood as well. I know Dr. Robert Young was doing a study on the BBC back in 1996 when we were looking at 2G, and he was proving in a study that was aired back then, showing how these EMFs affect our blood. They cause a lot of red blood cell aggregation, and they cause a breakdown of the red blood cells. And then many years later, I was doing a very similar study, but now we're up to 5G. And when you hold your phone just for 10 minutes, you can see the changes in your blood are significant. So a lot of people, when they're sitting in front of their computer, for example, and they're starting to get cold extremities, brain fog, they can't think straight, they're getting headaches, they blame it on, oh, it's this computer, I've been staring too long. But actually, when you actually look at your blood, you can see that it's become highly coagulated. There's a lot of what we call rouleau sticking together of red blood cells. So now the blood's not flowing, delivering oxygen, etc. So all of these studies, I realize over the years, they all mean something. They've all come together to mean something. It's a bit like when things happen to you in life and you look back and you realize the pieces all fitted together. And I feel this has been my personal journey. So in 2023, a newly established company was born, and they had produced a formula which was a detox product. This is the Masterpiece product. And they asked me whether I would look at the product under the microscope and be able to evaluate it in any way. And I said, well, that's all very well, but when we look at a product under a microscope, this is qualitative analysis, and it's not going to tell us really how your product's detoxing the body. So I said, why don't we run some proper studies on it with third-party lab testing? And this is where the whole journey began.